Hello and welcome back to Lost in the Real. I am your host Morgan and I am very excited because today we are going to be discussing my top 10 film and TV shows of 2020. I have to be honest, I have been slowly leaning towards television more than film. I think it's just maybe the pacing of the storytelling. I don't know. So mine is definitely going to be a little bit more weighted towards television. Anywho, let's dive in. 2020, what a shit year. What got me through this year was rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. Like, I rewatch them every year anyways, but particularly this year, they were like a lifeline. It's probably, this month will be the third time I think I've rewatched them. So, not technically released in 2020, but it got me through this year, so that's nice. Okay, number 10 is The Platform, which is Spanish Netflix movie, gory psychological thriller, and it is like The Cube and Snowpiercer had a baby, but that baby surpassed them. Like, it is, like I said, gory, very psychological. You are hooked immediately from the opening scene and you are just, I don't know, swallowed into the film and you are enjoying every second of it, and it makes you question what you would do in those desperate situations. So I really enjoy it and I hope other people have watched it and enjoy it too. My number 9 is, again, Netflix. Is a TV series called Teenage Bounty Hunters. Sadly was canceled after this one season, but I loved it. It's I started watching it because of the ridiculous title. I was like, Teenage Bounty Hunters, what's that? And I watched it and it is so funny, like back-to-back jokes, but the jokes don't lose the heart of it all. Like, it still has so much drama and deep, meaningful messages of like teenagers coming of age and the angst and high school and relationships and family. Also, it's produced by Jenji Cohen, which, if you have the same humor and drama likings of Weeds or Orange is the New Black, I think you would definitely like Teenage Bounty Hunters. Okay, my number 8. We're gonna take it down to a serious note because this one is Netflix's documentary series about Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich. I read some reviews about this because I didn't know how to put what I felt into words, but I know actually a lot of reviewers didn't like it because they didn't learn more about Jeffrey Epstein, like how he gained his money, how it all started, just more details about him. But I liked this series in particular because it was about the victims and it gave voice to those victims and details of their stories and their traumas. So that's what I wanted. I don't care how he got his money, it's what he did with it that mattered, and that's why I love this documentary series. And I feel like it's forgotten. I feel like people are not speaking about it enough. More people should watch this if they haven't watched it, and spread the word, please spread the word. Also, Ghislaine Maxwell's trial is coming up in 2021 in July, so let's keep an eye on that too. My number 7 is Birds of Prey, directed by Kathy Yan and written by Christina Hodson. I think this is just one of the best DC films I've seen since Dark Knight. It was one of the last films I got to see in theaters, and I walked out of that theater like, yes! Like, just women kicking ass on screen and behind the scenes. I'm just like, I loved every second of it. It's just R-rated goodness that I haven't gotten to see in DC, and I want more films like this, honestly. I don't think we need another iteration of Batman. Please, let's put a pause on that. Why does Deadpool get to have all the fun? Like, let's have some fucking gore and like, I don't know, raunchiness in DC. All right, my number 6 is the Netflix original series called Sex Education. It's on its 3rd season in 2020, and it is a British show that follows the sexual and social adventures of teenagers, their teachers, the parents, and it is just hilarious. But the humor is not the only thing that's wonderful about it. All the characters, even the ensemble characters, you care about their stories. You want to know how they're overcoming their struggles in high school and their relationships, and it's another good coming of age, but with a lot of intelligence behind it. And also Gillian Anderson looking fine. So that's my number 6. My number 5 is Netflix limited series, Queen's Gambit, created by Scott Frank, starring Anya Taylor-Joy, and this was just a captivating series. I am at a loss of words for it because everything about it, the production design, Anya as the lead was just outstanding, the writing, the ensemble cast, it was just shocking. Her playing this struggling, isolated, traumatized young girl who grows up in the 1960s, following her passion of chess in a man's world and dealing with those traumas from the past. It's just, you can't look away. You have to binge everything about it. And who knew that watching chess with really no knowledge on my end could be so interesting. But it's just so well done, and I highly recommend it. My number 4 is the Amazon original film, Blow the Man Down, written and directed by Bridget Savage Cole and Daniel Crudy, starring Morgan Saylor, Sophie Lowe, and Margot Martindale. And I have to be honest, I did not like a lot of Amazon original productions, TV, movies, ever since it's started producing stuff, but this one is outstanding. I love it so much. I didn't think I was gonna love it, but it is just amazing. Writing, directing. It follows the plot of 2 estranged sisters who are reunited after their mother's passing and one returns home to their small quaint town, I think in like Maine, and they try to cover up a crime together, and while doing so they uncover the corruption and, I guess, crimes of their small town that is not so quaint. And can I just say that I love Margot Martindale. I think she is an underrated actress, and I have been waiting for her to get a role that is worthy of her acting, and this is it. This is it. I will watch it over and over again just for her. My number 3 is Killing Eve season 3. Oh, Killing Eve, how I love thee, may I count the ways. Directing, writing, production design, music, casting, everything about this series is perfect to the point where it has ruined watching other shows and movies for me, because I just watch something now and I'm just like, Killing Eve could have done it better, because it doesn't sacrifice the humor. It is so humorous. It's dark, it's violent, it's complex, it's intelligent. It is everything I want in a show. And great lead cast, Jodie Comer and Sandra Oh and Fiona Shaw. Just outstanding. Like, ever since the show came out in 2018, I was just like, where have you been all my life? I highly recommend it. I've never been so in love with characters since the FX show Damages, starring Glenn Close and Rose Byrne, like 2 anti-heroines that you were so rooting for, and so well written and acted. It's rare that you get to see this. So season 3 is amazing. It struggled for a little bit by adding a little too many new characters, but still the same wonderful show that I highly recommend to everyone. My number 2 is The Assistant, written and directed by Kitty Green, starring Julia Gardner from Ozark, the Netflix series. And it is about an assistant in showbiz who works for an unnamed, unseen boss that, while she's working for him, she sees this unspoken darkness that's happening behind closed doors towards women in showbiz and herself. And I love this movie so much because it is very much unspoken. Everything about Julia Garner's acting is all through her eye movements and mannerisms. The script is not spoon-feeding the audience of like, this is exactly what's happening, this is how you should feel. It's very much like, observe and see kind of the microaggressions, the small things that happen day to day. Like, this boss is unnamed and unseen, but because it takes place in showbiz, but it can go for any workplace. And I think that it does just a wonderful job of causing tension and dread through nothing that's very spectacular. It's not overproduced. And really, Julia is the only character that you really get to see and interact with, and it's so quiet. I remember a reviewer mentioned it being like getting 1,000 little paper cuts, and that's just such an accurate way to describe what you're feeling as you watch this movie. All right, my number one. I can't even roll my tongue. Okay. All right, drum roll please for my number one of 2020. Sorry. Drum roll please. And my number one is Soul from Pixar. I've been waiting for this level of Pixar for a while now. I've been very disappointed in a lot of the recent films to come out. I feel like they've just been lacking in fully realized and original stuff lately. But this one did not disappoint. It is everything I wanted. The music, the storytelling, the characters, animation, everything about it was just about perfect. It was humorous and heartwarming with all the feels, and just, yeah, it had a lot of heart and soul that you wanted in a Pixar film. It is my number one, and I really hope they don't break this new momentum that they're having, because I want more Pixar like this, please. Please, please, please. Let's pause on Toy Stories for a second. So yes, thank you so much for watching. This is Morgan from Lost in the Reel. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, please like it. Subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our other videos to be posted, and please comment down below so I can hear your thoughts on my top 10, whether you agreed or disagreed, or recommend stuff on your top 10 list that I haven't seen. Would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. Bye.